Hey, what's up everyone? In today's video we're continuing to look at Euro USD dollar. We're again on a 1 hour chart and we're gonna be talking about trend lines and taking trades if we get a good opportunity. But before we start with the video, we would really appreciate if you guys haven't subscribed to our channel. You can go ahead and hit the bell so every time we have a new video you can check it out first. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to smash the like button. We really appreciate that, guys. Really motivates us to make more videos. Now, before we start with this one, we suggest you, if you haven't watched the first one, we're gonna put the first video of we made with trend lines here on your top right corner. And we suggest you to watch them one by one because we're basically are gonna building up, so it's gonna be easier for you to understand what exactly are we looking for when we're entering a trade by using just trend lines. So it's gonna make more sense for you. But we're gonna make a quick recap on actually what we did in the last video. Basically, what we did was we were waiting for the first horizontal trend line to see if it's gonna break this zone, or it's gonna reject it and it's gonna go back up. And basically that's what happened, so that's why we opened this trade. And then we were following our second trend line, and the price actually didn't come back to retest this trend line, so it went straight up. And as you can see now, we are looking again at our trend line and this big bullish candle. Now, what's interesting here, we are of course looking at this candle, but there is news going on now on Euro USD dollar, and this is why this candle is looking kind of weird with a huge wick and a huge body as well. That's why we're not gonna be entering any trades right now, because when there is such a big candle and when there is news on the market, we prefer to stay away for a few hours and just observe what the price is doing. And then eventually, if we see our setup, we may enter the trade if it kind of looks right for us. And why I'm saying that this is not a good place, since we were talking about when the price retest this trend line, we're gonna be looking to buy. The reason for that is, as you can see, the price is near the highs that made from May 20th, 19th, so I'm actually gonna draw another trend lines for you so you can actually visualize it. Let me draw this one and fix it. Come on. Okay, let me try again. Okay, got this one. Okay, this one looks good, and as you can see, we're touching this one, this high right here, and the recent high that we have over there as well. So basically our candle right now is basically nowhere. It's kind of in the middle between those two trend lines, so we don't really know what the price may do. It might break this trend line, the previous high, but it might break the one that just retested and start going down. And as you know, we don't like to trade probabilities. We like to have confirmations, so we know that our trade has a higher chances of being profitable. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna be forwarding this video, and we're basically few hours, actually might be the next day, because that video took us quite a long time to make. And as you can see, I'm actually really happy that we mentioned that before the movement actually happened. This is a perfect example of what we were talking about. So the price was actually breaking to these previous highs, and it's a huge candle. So A lot of the traders might have been like, I'm gonna go long, that's a huge, that's a bullish sign, the prices just keep going up, and that's a beautiful movement. But what happened? Right after this bullish candle closed, the price went back down, and as you can see, the price actually tried to reverse actually near this trend line that we draw, and basically it retested again and then went back up and then retest again this zone, and that's when we entered the trade. And this is when the market actually went back to normal, and you can see now the candles are still kind of shaky around this level, but this is a very important zone. As we can see, we have a couple touches of this line, and it was a resistance first, and now we're taking it as a support. So that's why we believe that there is a lot of potential in this trade. You see our stop loss. Again, we're trying to have a bigger stop loss because it's a zone, so that's why we want to give more room to our trade. Forwarding the video, guys, again, and we're a couple hours later. As you can see, our stop loss is moved again, and we're looking at a really nice profit. Now what we're thinking about here is actually, let me just fix this trend line so it's exactly where it's supposed to be. Why we want to actually close this trade? The reason for that is that the price is getting way too far from our trend lines, and we don't want to see that. We always want to trade when we are near important levels, because there is no really certainty when the price is just in the middle of nowhere. So it might actually jump more and more, but it actually may reverse and make retest of a zone or the trend line, and then possibly go back up. So we don't want to, like I said, we don't like the probabilities. We don't like uncertainty. So that's why we want to wait and see if the price actually retest this trend line, and then we can look for another opportunity. That's why we suggest you, if you strategy is let's say 1 to 3. By the way, I'm closing this trade right now. If your strategy is 1 to 3 risk to reward, if you already gain this 1 to 3, you better close it. Don't get too greedy. And one other thing, what we repeat in every single video, basically, if you were to open this trade when we opened it, the first one, and you were to wait from May 25th until 28th, so 3 to 4 days for this movement, you're just closing your money into one trade, and then you cannot, if you see another nice setup, you cannot trade it, because your capital is in this particular trade. And on top of that, you're paying swap for every single day. So basically, for you, it's smarter to wait for the price to come to those important zones, and then you can see how it reacts, so you can try and get it into a trade again, or just try to look for another opportunity. There is so many currency pairs that you can trade, or you can trade gold or metals, so you don't really have to get attached to one particular currency pair. So that's why close your trades. And here, let me just real quick said, from our previous videos, we open our trade right where the price returned. So someone would say, that was gonna be like a huge trade, with huge profits, and that's true. But at the same time, those are 4 or 5 days. And guys, think about, if you were to keep this trade for 4 or 5 days, this is constantly, like thinking about your trade, checking it, and you see the price was like going up and down. So at some point you might have decide to close your trade. So you're gonna be okay. It might reverse. It's like near previous high. So there is high probability of the price, you know, go back down, you know. So it's just really better for you to just close it and forget about it. Just try to you know, look for another opportunity. And this is basically everything for this video. I really hope you got our point. Because that's why we're making. Maybe we're gonna make few more videos on this topic particular, because it's really important to understand the trend lines, and you'll be able to watch all of them, and you know, hopefully everything will make sense to you. But like I said, everything that's everything for this video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. That really means a lot to us. And don't forget as well to smash that like button. And that was all. I'll see you in the next videos. Bye bye.